so we'll find out. All right, good morning, everybody. Good to make it in. It's like I have to say greetings to 6, 9, noon, and 6 as well, since I won't be able to make those and I'll have to watch this video, not get me live. I trust you guys get the worst at 5 a.m. By 6, the fourth time around, I'm really good at this. It's like all memorized and everything else. Yeah. So it's our last week to talk about community, to talk about specifically ways to expand community to others, right? We've talked through the benefits we have being connected with the various ones, whether they're small or large. And in reality, I think the best power of that is spreading it to others through different kind of intentional acts so that not just yourself and the people closest to you, but you can reel in others. It really hits that priority, that cornerstone we have around here for a community to draw others in. In fact, it's been a good focus all summer long with those Wednesday drop-ins and everything else. But talking about expanding impact, there were 3 things to address on Monday's email. First one was just like scheduling it, right? To be intentional, I was suggesting once a quarter at least for everybody to find a place to serve, find something they can be involved in. For many people, that might be weekly, where they're dedicated to another cause or task, where they're investing some of their time in the benefit of somebody else, because I think that does expand community. There's also benefits we'll talk about this morning of people who do serve others and what it means to their own wellness. The second one was just saying, bring your own skills and abilities, whatever they may be. If you have an actual tangible skill that you do throughout the day or week and you're able to spend that on somebody else, it's good. I always joke, I could just walk around Walmart and help little old ladies reach stuff off the top shelf. And maybe that would be a good hour of service or something else. What's that? Wear a blue vest, right? Wear a blue shirt or vest and volunteer over at Walmart for the top shelf. But whatever it might be, whether it's a natural physical attribute you have or a skill that you have through the day, it might just be that one missing piece that somebody else has. Because maybe they're limited in the community, they're limited by some kind of other economic, physical, mental, or emotional obstacle, and you make up the difference in that gap and are able to do it. And then the final one I was talking about was just this idea of sometimes service comes out of really being intentionally sacrificial, foregoing something for you that's important and either valuable to you or valuable just in terms of its actual cost or whatever, and able to give that to somebody else. It goes a long way. So that might look like the opportunity to, as an example, we like to sponsor kids in those other countries through Compassion International or World Vision. So currently we have 3 kids we sponsor in Ghana. And so it's a nice way to just stay connected with them, to see how they're doing and know that just by foregoing a handful of money for each kid, it really does have a significant impact over the course of their life, given their socioeconomic status. But those are all just some ideas to be able to do it. If you're lacking ideas, one of the encouragements was ask the people around you how they find a way to expand community. Like, how do they serve others? What is it? How do they integrate it in their routine? What is their ability that they serve other people with? What do they sacrifice and donate to other people? And it doesn't mean you have to do the exact same thing. It might just mean you do a version of that. You just start small in that service to others to expand community, and it goes a long way. So when I referenced what are some of the benefits of serving others, here are some facts that came from a website about how kindness has an impact. When you serve others and you're being kind to them, here's the wellness benefits that come from it. Participants in one study reported that they feel stronger and more energetic after helping others. Many also reported feeling calmer and less depressed with increased feelings of self-worth. This is from a website, randomactsofkindness.org, some scientific facts here. People 55 and over who volunteer for 2 or more organizations have an impressive 44% lower chance of dying early. I certainly would echo that. There's other similar stats that talk about people are still working a little bit, but doing it in a passionate way, serving others. Particularly for men, they live longer than if they just retire and do nothing. They die sooner. So it's this. It's echoed through a little bit of different studies and areas of life. People who volunteer tend to experience fewer aches and pains. Now, I don't know if that's because they're staying more active and it reduces it, or their mind is on some more uplifting things and impacting others, and so it naturally just shifts away from any kind of chronic situations. When you're kind to another person, your brain's pleasure and reward centers light up as if you were the recipient of the good deed, not the giver. Phenomenon is called the helper's high. Like most antidepressants, kindness stimulates the production of serotonin. This feel-good chemical heals your wounds, calms you down, and makes you happy, which I thought, particularly from a mental health standpoint, getting good chemicals to go without external stimulation is really good. And then finally, perpetually kind people have 23% less cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and age slower than the average population. So, expand community, live longer, live happier, be better, serve others, be connected in that way through some selfless acts. So that kind of brings us to our two questions for today. The first one was, what opportunities have you had to serve others as part of a community? And what benefit did you get by serving in some kind of way within the communities around you? How have you served and what benefit did you find? Any thoughts? Place of Peace? Yeah.
And that's like talking to people and I don't know, instead of like just driving past like the people coming in and saying like, oh, I know what they're going for, like actually having a conversation with them and I don't know, it's just like friendly and warm and appreciative and I don't know, you leave there feeling like that was a good way to spend your time.
Yeah, that's a great example. Just the stuff you gain out of it right there in your own words of dedicating something small like that one evening, and it's beneficial. Any others?
I serve on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters and also at Benefig, and both of those experiences have really kind of opened up my eyes to the need in the community for youth mentorship. And like there's even board meetings, you might not see it directly. We always have something called a member moment where one of the program directors will share something positive that has happened in the week or in the month with a little. It's been really, really cool to be part of that.
Yeah, thanks, Carrie. Glad you're here to share that one, right? With Big Brothers Big Sisters, certainly great example. And one more maybe? Anybody else? What have you seen in your own service?
Learn for life. When I go read with the second and third graders.
Yeah.
When kids see me wearing my skunk hat, yes! Because I'm a substitute, so they never know when they're getting me.
Okay.
And they run out of the room with their little book box.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty cool feeling.
That is good. Yeah. Helping kids read, that's a good one. They love the skunk hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
So the flip side is like the second question. What's an example of a powerful act of service that someone's done for you that you've really appreciated? If you're on the other end of it, not just serving someone, but someone served you, what was the impact on you?
My list is never ending. For real.
Yeah?
That makes me appreciate things a little bit more than I ever did. Today's the anniversary of Paul's diagnosis, so it was very appropriate that you brought that up to me. So.
Thanks for letting us know, Wendy. I'm glad I did then. Never ending is good to hear this time period later. It's good. Anybody else? Answer my own question. I think one that was helpful was just this idea of, as we were parents with younger kids, there was a time where the youth group that at our church we're associated with were looking for service projects. And so they dedicated an evening to come over and just help clean, to kind of make up the difference, just as we were busy. So it was nice to have a house full of teenagers who were trying to clean and take care of some things. A little bit of time for them just kind of helps you catch up a little bit as newer parents. So that was really nice and appreciative of kids who are willing to do small things and just see it go. So hopefully you hear through both these questions and examples that it is the ability to start small. And maybe someone has shared something today, or just get your mind rolling of what are some other ways to be able to do that. Well, certainly there's a need for mentorship with kids. with how disconnected. I mean, it's like why we're talking about community all month long is because people, kids, young adults and adults themselves are all disconnected in some way. When we talked about the statistics about friends, right? There's, I think it was 18% of people can't even say they have one friend to be able to connect with, one really good friend. And so it's an opportunity in these service ideas or joining a community that's doing something to serve others where you might just kind of push back on some of those numbers. So some final comments here about how service to others expands community. But here's one thing. I think that it brings clarity and conviction to our beliefs, right? When you're out there and you're like, I'm not sure this is going to work, or I'm not sure it's going to have an impact, and it does, it just solidifies itself like this is a valuable thing in my life, in my routine to have, and a priority to keep. I think the addition of when we receive aid back to us, it does help us remind us of the powerful impact of others in community. Whether the examples we've given of how people have served us, it's important to receive that help often as well, not just to serve everybody else, but sometimes, like it's hard to receive compliments sometimes, it's hard to let people do things for you too. But I think it helps reinstill a sense of humility, a sense of the value of people, everything else. It's got a good impact for us. And then finally, it is, I think in some ways, serving others, expanding community really has a global impact, right? It definitely has, not only for yourself, it affects every system in your body, it affects the people around you. And as I said before, it can affect people on the far side of the world, whether you know them or not. It has an ability to do that. It's not just a throwaway line that just say, it starts this ripple effect. When you see other people serving, you want to participate in that, you want to be able to do more. It's a great way to be a part of something bigger, even if you're in this a kind of a disconnected way or a rural area. You have a chance to impact people and make a difference. And that ability to say, I'm making a difference, helps internal mental health status, your own regard, your own identity. It just has this ripple effect, I think, that's quite powerful and helpful. So a good month to talk about all these different aspects of it and wrap it up today, talking about service to others and receiving that service. As we head further into September as it comes, know that I've got a lot of drive time this week. If you have any ideas or suggestions or things you want me to focus on, feel free to message me or email the email address that's listed. Happy to try and tailor something to different aspects that are going on. So feel free to message me or let Bill know, and he'll let me know as well. So great to see all of you. Have a good workout today. Think of me as we drive and it's dark, because I don't think McDonald's opens for a while. So got to stay awake. Yeah. Have a good day. Thanks.